Welcome to Minutes from the Past. In this video, we'll journey through the centuries to explore the rich and turbulent history of Russia, a land full of fascinating turning points. From its beginnings to modern times, Russia has played a pivotal role in world history. Let's dive in and discover the key moments. Our journey begins in the year 862 when the Viking prince Rurik took control of Novgorod and established the state of Kievan Rus. This is often considered the start of the Russian state. Rurik and his successors laid the foundation for the first major Slavic empire, with flourishing trade routes between the Baltic and Byzantium, quickly making Rus a powerful political and economic force. In 980, Vladimir the Great came to power. One of the most significant decisions of his reign was the adoption of Orthodox Christianity in 988. This decision was both politically important, solidifying ties with the powerful Byzantine Empire, and religiously transformative, shaping the culture and spirituality of Kievan Rus. Orthodox Christianity remained the central faith in Russia for centuries, contributing to the development of a unique Russian identity. An often overlooked yet crucial chapter in Russian history is the Mongol rule. From 1237, the Mongols under Batu Khan conquered large parts of Russia, establishing the Golden Horde, which dominated for nearly 250 years. During this time, Moscow slowly rose to prominence, and its princes began consolidating power, while paying tribute to the Mongols. The Mongol yoke ended in 1480 with the Battle of Ugra. Fast forward to 1462, when Ivan III, known as Ivan the Great, became the ruler of Russia. He was the first to take the title Tsar and successfully ended Mongol rule. He strengthened Moscow's position, expanded the Kremlin, and laid the foundation for the Russian Tsardom. This marked the start of Russia's transformation into a major empire. In 1547, Ivan IV, better known as Ivan the Terrible, crowned himself the first Tsar of Russia. His reign was marked by both great expansion and brutal repression. Ivan conquered Kazan and Astrakhan, vastly enlarging Russia's territory, but also implemented a reign of terror against the nobility with the Oprichnina, a secret police force. His rule destabilized much of Russian society. In 1682, Peter the Great ascended the throne, determined to modernize Russia along European lines. He reformed the military, built a navy, and centralized state power. One of his key achievements was founding the new capital of St. Petersburg in 1703, often called the window to Europe. Peter also introduced Western customs and dress, solidifying Russia's position as a European power. A key moment in Russian history was Napoleon's invasion in 1812. Despite early French victories, Russia's scorched earth strategy led to a devastating defeat for Napoleon. The harsh Russian winter and the retreating army caused catastrophic losses for the French. This victory cemented Russia's status as a military power and increased its influence in Europe. One of the most dramatic turning points in Russian history was the Russian Revolution in 1917. The overthrow of Tsar Nicholas II marked the end of the centuries-old Tsarist regime. The Bolsheviks, led by Lenin, seized power, ushering in the Soviet Union, a socialist state that would shape global history for decades. The revolution brought massive social and economic changes, but also a brutal civil war that cost millions of lives. After Lenin's death in 1924, Joseph Stalin began consolidating power, becoming one of the most feared rulers of the 20th century. Under Stalin, the Soviet Union underwent rapid industrialization and collectivization, but also endured severe political purges that claimed millions of lives. Despite this, the Soviet Union played a critical role in World War II, contributing significantly to the defeat of Nazi Germany. In 1985, Mikhail Gorbachev became the General Secretary of the Communist Party and introduced the reforms of glasnost and perestroika in an attempt to modernize the Soviet Union. However, these reforms inadvertently led to the dissolution of the Soviet Union in 1991 and the end of the Cold War. This was a time of massive change, reshaping not only Russia, but the entire world order. In the year 2000, Vladimir Putin became president of Russia. Under his leadership, Russia saw a resurgence on the global stage. Putin's policies of centralizing power and controlling the economy and media have strengthened the Russian state, but also led to increasing tensions with the West. Russia has taken an active role in international affairs, particularly in conflicts such as those in Syria and Ukraine. In August 2008, Russia fought a brief but intense war with Georgia over the breakaway regions of South Ossetia and Abkhazia. This 5-day war marked a turning point in Russia's relations with the West. Russia secured control over these regions, leading to heightened tensions with NATO and the EU, and shifting the geopolitical landscape in Eastern Europe. In 2014, Russia annexed Crimea following a disputed referendum, sparking an international crisis. This led to significant sanctions against Russia from Western countries and increased tensions with NATO. At the same time, a conflict erupted in eastern Ukraine, supported by pro-Russian separatists. This conflict remains unresolved and continues to shape geopolitics in the region. In 2020, Russia passed a controversial constitutional reform that allows Vladimir Putin to remain in power until 2036. This reform strengthened Putin's control over the country and sparked debates about Russia's democratic future. While critics denounced the referendum, the government framed it as necessary to ensure the country's stability. In February 2022, Russia launched a full-scale military invasion of Ukraine, leading to one of the most severe conflicts in Europe since World War II. This war has had far-reaching consequences on global politics, economics, and security. Western nations responded with heavy sanctions, while Russia's relationships with countries like China grew stronger. That was another fascinating look into history with minutes from the past. The history of Russia is filled with conquests, revolutions, and reforms, a nation that has profoundly shaped the world. If you want to learn more about the captivating stories of other countries, be sure to subscribe to our channel and never miss an episode. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.